Closed captioning for Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by North Oaks Health Systems for over 50 years. You are the reason we're here.
A handoff to Rasheed Harrell, breaks it. He's going to score. Nobody's going to catch Rasheed Harrell. And fires on the out route. Kepley's got it. Turns upfield. His tightrope to sideline. Touchdown. First turnover of the ball game goes to Southeastern.
Then it's straight drop. Looks at Smiley's got him this time. Touchdown. Southeastern Louisiana, 65 yards.
Hello there and welcome to this episode of Inside Southeastern Football. Head coach Ron Roberts presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond as we come to you from Shane's Rib Shack right here at Hammond Square. I'm Alan Waddell, and as always, I'm joined by the head football coach of your Southeastern Lions, Coach Ron Roberts. Coach, 28-9, you knock off McNeese State, beat the Cowboys for the third year in a row. It was a great day for college football, and your team played outstanding.
It was a great day for college football. A lot at stake, playing a game like that in November for obviously the conference title implications, playoffs. Just a great day for our fans, everybody, and our team answered the bell and came out and played really well.
Coach, it seems like since you've been here in Hammond, since you've been here at Southeastern, it seems like every time there's one of these marquee games, your team plays their best, and I think that happened again this weekend.
Well, that's what I think. That's what you're always aiming for. And great players will play better. When the competition is tougher, more it's at stake, and great teams do as well. And that's the mark of a champion, and that's how you get there.
Well, the Lions would win this one 28-9. This was a really close ball game in the first half. Went to the locker room really tight. Let's go ahead and go out to Strawberry Stadium and check out the first half highlights. Coach, it was a chilly afternoon, but a perfect day for college football. 3 o'clock kickoff and a great atmosphere at Strawberry Stadium.
A beautiful day for college football.
Lions come out at Solid Gold Saturday as they take on McNeese State. Again, our fans came out in full force. And, this was two top 25 teams. You knew it was going to be a great matchup, and your team came out and started very fast.
Yeah, we did. They elect to recede to open it up. We'll go out on defense. They get a couple first downs, and then defense really stiffens up and holds them, which they did majority of the day.
Your offense would get the football and put together a fantastic opening drive. People question Brian's health. I think he showed on the first drive that he was healthy, played very well in this one. You'd go 81 yards on the first drive. And this was a little wrinkle. Micah Eugene playing a little offense this week.
Yeah, we had Micah carried a couple times. I thought this is an excellent drive opened up with. Coach Pope did a great job of calling plays and mixing it up very well. Hit some very big ones. There's a little flare pass out to Rasheed Harrell.
Just kind of taking what the defense give you on the first possession. You're able to march it right down the field. This is Eugene Bethea, a physical run, breaking tackles, and gets a big first down on this carry.
Again, Eugene, you talk about him, he's a freshman. He's going to be a great player for us. Made some huge runs in this ball game.
Brian does a smart thing here, uses wheels, gets out of balance, protects himself, and keeps the chains moving as you're driving down inside the scoring zone now.
Then you're going to see a nice run here by Jeff Smiley. He had a big night. Made huge plays. On the ground and through the air. Makes a nice cut around the corner there.
So here's a 3rd down and 8, and a big completion to Trey Hallman. The Lions jump on top 7-0. Great way to start the ball game. Great opening drive of the ball game.
Yeah, great drive put together. The offense clicking on all cylinders right there coming out of the gate. And it's huge to start fast and can start to take control of the momentum of the ball game early.
Lions go on top at this point, 7-0. Come on, Ryan Adams adds the extra point. And just like that, you have the lead. The crowd was into it. The crowd was firing up. This is the Southland Conference television game. And a great opportunity to showcase your club and also showcase the university at home for a big game. Come back out on defense, and defense was outstanding all night long.
A.J. Bowen, again, with a tackle for loss there. A huge play by him. He played really well all night long. Drew Masita on that. Again, the guy's going to have a monster night.
Big hit by Drew right here.
Yeah, big hit by Drew on the screen. Just the defense was flying around. Coach Scott had the boys playing hard. Did a great job of calling it.
Big play in the game, block, punt. You almost scoop and score it, but you're able to fall on it and get possession, set your offense up in great shape.
T.J. West comes off the junior T.J. West linebacker. Had a monster night as well. Gets a block punt, gets a sack later in the ball game. Had a couple big tackles on kickoff. Just had a big night.
So then offense comes out. And this is an unbelievable run after the catch by Jess Mine. A great block by Trey Hallman. gets you to the corner, and you're on top by 2 touchdowns.
Nice job with offense of getting the ball in the red zone and making something big happen out of it, getting 7 points on the board.
Brian's second touchdown pass of the night as you go up 14-0 in the ball game at this point. Got to feel pretty good at where you're at that point.
Well, right now I feel we're playing great on defense, and the offense is moving the ball at will.
This was a close call here. They said it ended up being an incomplete pass. Thought it might be a lateral. There was a challenge. They replayed it upstairs. They ended up keeping the call on the field, so it did not end up being a lateral. But your defense held McNeese under 100 yards rushing on the ball game.
Yeah, big. They're traditionally a great rushing offense, and they've been rushing the ball strong all year long, and really took that away from them.
That was a 3rd down. Looked like you were going to get off the field. They call a defensive holding on Derek Raymond. Keeps their drive alive. They try to run the quarterback, Daniel Sams. He was a non-factor in the ball game. Really took him out. And
that was a big play by Herbert Harris. He blew the guard up and blew the little quarterback power up all by himself. Did a great job there.
Caleb Muse makes a tackle for loss. Lions really running through the football. At this point, they would recognize the Lion baseball team for their Southland Conference Tournament championship, and it was a great ovation from the fans. Coach, one of the few big plays they got all night. This is a nice little wheel pass, and they get on the board.
Yeah, it's a breakdown in coverage. We missed the communication there on exchange between 2 routes. They tried to do it all night long to us. Majority of the time, we picked it up well and exchanged it. They're trying to pick us where we play so much man coverage, and they had success with it there.
Your team would actually block the extra point. You say 14-6. They had some momentum at this point, trying to get back in the ball game as they're driving into your territory. It looks like they're trying to tie the football game up. But once again, your defense comes up with a big play, and this time Mo Sutton with the interception.
Big interception. He's going to get some big yardage. If he don't get tripped up right there, he's got a chance to get some big yardage on his return. But to get the ball, stop their drive and get the ball out to the 30, great job by Mo.
This was right before the half. They were able to put a little drive together. This is a 3rd down play, almost intercepted by Denzel Thompson. They would run out of time, so they have to settle for a field goal. Their kicker would come in and knock it through and make it 14-9 as you head into the locker room.
Yeah, at that point, I thought McNeese played a good second quarter, and they held on to the ball.
Coach, you go in the locker room 14-9. They get a little momentum. They're going in the locker room, kick that field goal, but you knew going into this one it was going to be a close one.
Oh, yeah, it was 2 great defenses on both sides. Making offenses work for every inch they're going to get. And, McNeese is a good ball club. They're, a very good football team. And our guys we knew we were going in and getting a war. We knew this was going to be about. It was going to be a close ball game. Every possession was going to count, and you got to fight for every inch you got.
All right, well, let's take our first break. We come back, we'll check out the second half highlights. The second half that Southeastern will take over the ball game in the 4th quarter. Right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond.
Right? Believe that guy?
Try our new specialty grade coffee sustainably sourced by Thrive Farmers. Great taste is just part of the story.
Inside Southeastern Football with Coach Ron Roberts is supported by Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction, located in Southeastern's hometown of Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auto auction locally owned by John Poteet. For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Your eyesight is so important, and when it comes to your eye care, let the friendly staff at the Bond Roten Eye Clinic care for you. Doctors Hunter Bond and Chris Roten, along with their staff of trained doctors, are committed to providing every patient with quality care. The Bond Roten Eye Clinic has the latest medical technology and eye care to help you, the patient. With over 14 years of experience, the Bond Roten Eye Clinic has 3 locations to serve you, with offices in Denham Springs, Hammond, and Amite. So if it's a checkup, glasses, or LASIK surgery, you need to visit the Bond Roten Eye Clinic. For more information on the clinic, please visit bondroteneyeclinic.com.
Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by Hammond Nursing Home. Since 1974, owner Ray Knockan has worked to make Hammond Nursing Home this area's premier nursing home. Knockan, a football standout for the Lions in 1952 and 1953, played under legendary coach Stan Galloway. And in 1958, Ray Knockan graduated from Southeastern and married the love of his life, Miss Ruth Knockan. For almost 40 years now, the Knockan family has worked to make Hammond Nursing Home an exciting senior living community, offering everything you need and want in retirement living, including social programs, activities, rehabilitation, and nursing programs. Hammond Nursing Home offers a full range of assisted care and services for seniors. For more information on Hammond Nursing Home, please visit hammondnursinghome.net or call area code 985-542-1200. Hammond Nursing Home and the Knockan family, a proud supporter of Southeastern Louisiana University, the Knockan Strength and Conditioning Center, and Southeastern Athletics.
Hey, I'm Shane. My granddad, Big Dad, always said, do what you love to do and do it better than anyone else. My dream was to open up my own barbecue place. Good barbecue isn't just cooking, it's about making memories. Big Dad is not with us anymore, but his principles still guide us. That's why we still make our barbecue the same way at every store.
Good people making great barbecue. Shane's Rib Shack.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond, as we come to you from Shane's Rib Shack right here at Hammond Square. I want to thank Shane's Rib Shack for being our host this week on Inside Southeastern Football. Lions led McNeese 14-9 at halftime. Let's go back out to Strawberry Stadium and check out the second half highlights. Coach, we come out for the second half. Actually, we get the ball first. We have to punt it to them. Couldn't get anything going offensively. They get the ball in good field position, but your defense holds once again. And this was a big third down completion to Chris Malott breaking the tackle.
Yeah, huge conversion there by Chris. Throws a little underneath pass to him. He goes and gets the rest himself, converts to the first down.
He didn't have the first down when he caught the ball. Had to break some tackles to get the first down.
Yep.
The band playing in the stands. Again, it was a great atmosphere for college football. It was a packed house. I tell you, Brian, we've seen him do this through his career. The pooch punting, he was outstanding on this night. Pinned McNeese inside the 20 3 times on 3 punts.
Yeah, just flipped the field there for us was huge.
Then it kind of turned into a defensive struggle there in the third quarter. And, Coach, you had it set up here. We've seen you run this play before where you sneak the returner back. And if Jeff's able to catch that ball in the air, there was no one on that side of the field, probably a touchdown.
Yeah, we thought we just don't get an unfortunate bounce and don't get it. But offense gets on the field on the plus side of the 50. Jeff Smiley kicks in with a great pass. Reception there and extends the play with his feet on the run.
Coach, it was 14-9 at this point. You decided you had a field goal opportunity, decided to fake the field goal. Actually, a great catch by Ryan Adams, but he comes up about a foot short of the first down. Tough break. It was executed, just didn't quite get enough yardage.
Thought we had an easy one there on him. Again, we get a little leakage through. The guy comes through and forces Cole to throw that ball a little early. Otherwise, we probably had 7 points out of that one.
Coach, they had a lot of momentum at this point. They felt like they were in the game. They're playing well. It's a one-possession game. They come out, try to get the running game going, but it just seemed like all night your defense would answer the bell.
Again, they're trying to get the run game going there, and they got 34, and he gets some real hard-earned yards for them. They get some first downs. They're moving the sticks, but again, our defense is making them earn everything. I think if you do that, usually you're going to be in great shape. If they're not getting the big play, here it comes, we'll come through and get the sack.
Coach, it seems to that point we hadn't been able to get a lot of pressure on him, but in the second half was able to get to him a lot and make some big plays.
And that was Aaron Price with that. Great call again on the stunt by
Coach. Here's the play of the game probably. Dylan Bozier has a big catch. It looks like he fumbles the football and they run it back inside the 5-yard line. So here we go. It looks like it's 14-9. They're going to have the ball first and goal. This is what replay's for. They go to the replay booth. Replay gets it right. Dylan was down on the field, and that's a huge play in the ballgame. Your offense would keep the football.
No, it definitely was a huge play. I think we want to give hats off to the commissioner of conference, the presidents, for making that commitment to go to the replay so they can get it right.
And here we go. This is our second wedding proposal, a marriage proposal at Strawberry Stadium this year, and she would say yes. So another fan gets a couple of fans get engaged right there at Strawberry Stadium. It's the second time this year. But Coach, 14-9 at this point. As you head into the fourth quarter, it's a really tight ball game. We thought it would be, and your defense, like we've seen them do so many times, and your team really just take over the fourth quarter.
Well, again, I think defense right now, getting pressure on the quarterback or making him force some throws a little early. He's having to do it with people all around his face, get the ball back to our offense.
Here's a 3rd and short, kind of a power formation. You bring in Jacob Newman and Drew Masita and Eugene Bethea. And here's a little breathing room as Brian hits Jeff Smiley, beats man coverage, and takes to the house.
Yeah, nice throw by Brian. Great job by Jeff, just outrunning the defender and getting the ball in the end zone. Like I said, Jeff had a big night with 2 touchdowns. Probably 2 huge opportunity times to come up with them.
So Lions go up 21-9. That was a big extra point because that made it a 12-point game. Put the Lions up by, they had to score 2 touchdowns to try to beat Southeastern. Couldn't just get a touchdown and field goal. This is a big sack. Their quarterback would be injured on the play, but your defense just swarmed them under as they had to make a change at quarterback. And again, just putting pressure. They try to go deep, and another great interception by Holland Miller.
Yeah, that was Aaron Price actually with his 2nd sack on the night. Had a huge night defensively, and Harlan with great ball skills goes up on the deep ball and gets the interception.
Hey, that was very reminiscent of the interception he had against McNeese a year ago, where he kind of undercuts the route with the ball in the air, and then you get the ball out from your own goal line, and you try to throw the ball deep to Chris Malothe with pass interference to give you a little breathing room, as then they would have an unsportsmanlike penalty as well, so you get 30 yards worth of penalties on one play.
Yeah, it really helped us out there get out of backed up territory, and then Brian throws a strike to Devontae Scott, who just outruns 2 defenders, splits him, makes a great catch for a touchdown. That
was a 3rd and long as well, so a great pass and a great catch by Devontae, and that kind of sealed it, Coach, as you go up 28-9 at this point. As they only had put up 9 points in the game, you felt pretty good that you could protect this lead with only 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, defense played an outstanding ball game all night long, and they're going to continue in those last 4 minutes of this ball game to keep them out of the end zone and play really well. Get some pressure on the quarterback and just did a great job in the secondary on the receivers.
See Coach Scott right there telling his defense to finish, and they would, as they had the ball, got it inside your territory, a chance to put some points on the board, and they couldn't do it as defense just continued to harass their quarterback. They have to throw this ball away as Cody Gogler on the interception there on the sideline makes the catch.
Showing off his skills, so he still has some.
And that would do it, Coach. You'd end up winning this football game 28-9. You rushed for 131 yards, passed for 193. You moved to 8-3 on the year, Coach, and 7-1 in Southland Conference play. Coach, big win. You knock off McNeese State 28-9, and we've seen your team do this since you've been here. It just plays so well in the 4th quarter, and that happened again this week.
Yeah, I think our guys, again, we played a lot of guys, and I think our guys were fresh. I think we're in great shape. I think they do a tremendous job in the weight room. They do a tremendous job in off-season conditioning, put themselves in position to play late in games and play hard. And I think it was just a matter of us, we wore them down, I think, on a physical standpoint as well. And our guys really played well through this game.
Well, Coach, let's talk about this a little bit. Obviously, there's been some magic in Strawberry Stadium. 2nd year in a row that you've gone undefeated at home in the regular season. 12-0 at home in the last 2 years, 19-2 since you've been here. Just a tremendous run at Strawberry Stadium. We've talked about it, that it's created such a good atmosphere, and right now it's a hard place to win when you come to Strawberry Stadium.
Yeah, it definitely is, and that's what came in, the idea. We wanted to create this to be an atmosphere that was tough for anybody to come in here and get a W, and be a place that people came in that they feared coming into the Strawberry Stadium. And I think our fans have done a tremendous job of contributing to that and help us at our home field.
Lions have also knocked off McNeese State for the 3rd consecutive year. And just to show you how much Southeastern's owned this matchup, the Cowboys have only put up 16 points against Southeastern in the last 10 quarters of play. So let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have more right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond.
Try our new specialty grade coffee, sustainably sourced by Thrive Farmers. Great taste is just part of the story.
Inside Southeastern Football with Coach Ron Roberts is supported by Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction, located in Southeastern's hometown of Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auto auction locally owned by John Poteet. For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Rendy's Quick Stop, located just outside the gates of Southeastern on University Drive, has everything you need in a convenience store. If you're looking for a quick snack or a full-service cold drink fountain, hot food to go from Champ's Chicken and Fish 2, or an ice-cold beer, make sure you visit Rendy's walk-in beer cooler. Rendy's also has a huge selection of import and domestic wine. So whether you're running low on gas or whether you just want to pick up lunch or supper to go, visit Rendy's Quick Stop. Rendy's accepts Lions Lanyap for Southeastern students. Rendy's Quick Stop, a proud supporter of Southeastern football.
Hey, I'm Shane. My granddad, Big Dad, always said, do what you love to do and do it better than anyone else. My dream was to open up my own barbecue place. Good barbecue isn't just cooking, it's about making memories. Big Dad is not with us anymore, but his principles still guide us. That's why we still make our barbecue the same way at every store.
Good people making great barbecue. Shane's Rib Shack.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond, as we're here at Shane's Rib Shack at Hammond Square. It's now time for our Lion Profile of the Week, and this week we're going to take a look at the most decorated senior class in Southeastern football history. Let's take a look. The Senior Day ceremony is something every team looks forward to. Well, usually it is. This year, with the Lions bearing down on a back-to-back conference title and a return trip to the playoffs, the Lions took a much more relaxed approach to Senior Day.
You know, we're thinking about the game at that point. You know, obviously, you know, it's awesome that, you know, we got to be a part of a win on senior night. But at the end of the day, we wanted to win regardless, you know, and we weren't looking at this as, you know, our last one, or, you know, we had talked about it with Coach Rob of, you know, this isn't a time to look back at all the, you know, all the last 4 or 5 years and what have we done, and we're seniors now, and kind of get all in our feelings about it. You know, it's still a regular game. And
the Senior Day ceremony lasted no more than 5 minutes and wrapped up about 15 minutes before kickoff. This allowed the seniors, who are all playing a major role on the field, to get their focus back on the task at hand of beating McNeese.
We kind of said, you know, let's do senior night. Once you get over it, let's get back to your mind in the game. And you know, senior night was quick, so we got to get back, kind of get back in our zone. But it's always good to win on games like this, and I think it was a very emotional game, which we really hadn't had many like that this year.
Senior Brian Bennett was happy to have so many of his family and friends there to watch him play, but they were there to watch him play, not get honored before the game.
I had 15 people come to see me play tonight, and I'm from the West Coast. You know, that means so much to me, and you know, I think about that stuff. You know, I'm so happy to have them here, and they mean a lot to me. But you know, all of us, we understand that you can't let, you know, emotions start seeping in that don't have anything to do with the football game. You know, you got to stay locked in, and you got to focus on your job.
For safety Tyler Steiner, this Senior Day took on a more special meaning because of his recent discovery.
It was special. You know, I don't know if y'all know this. I had just met my dad this January, and having him be able to walk out with senior night for me, that was, you know, it was amazing. Never would have expected, and he knows many people that are associated with McNeese, and he went to McNeese himself. So, you know, just it being against McNeese and it being senior night, and it was just special, very special.
And all the Lions had 24 seniors honored on the field before their last regular season home game. And that's something we need to stress, their last regular season home game. Coach, it was Senior Day before the game at McNeese State, and you know, we're all hoping that if you take care of business this week at Nicholls State, that it won't be the last home game at Strawberry Stadium here in 2014. But we got to recognize this senior class, man. They have been tremendous to Southeastern football. Some of these guys were here before you got here. Some have come in since you've been here. But nevertheless, however they got here, this has been one of the best senior classes, if not the best senior class to ever play football at Southeastern.
No doubt. These guys, a lot of reason for our fans to recognize them and give them all the accolades they deserve. They're doing a tremendous job in contributing to turn this program around and bring championships to Southeastern.
All right, now let's pop up the Southland Conference standing. Take a look at this, as there's been a little more separation here over the last couple of weeks. Right now, Coach, yourself and Sam Houston State are the two teams on top of the conference with only one loss. So if you're a Lion fan and you're watching this ball game, watching this show, You want Southeastern to knock off Nicholls State this week and on Thursday night, and then you want to be rooting for UCA as they take on Sam Houston this weekend.
That's right. Wear your purple on Saturday.
That's right, as UCA will take on Sam Houston State. If both teams win, Southeastern and Sam Houston will be co-conference champs. Lions win, Sam Houston State loses, then Lions will be outright conference champions once again here in 2014. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to break down that game, that Thursday night game against Nicholls State, right here on Inside Southeastern Football. Head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond.
Come on, it's right through here. Shh. I think I see something. What? A bunch of cows. Oh my gosh. Seriously, that's your ringtone? Okay, I'm so shh. Where'd they go?
Try our new specialty grade coffee, sustainably sourced by Thrive Farmers. Great taste is just part of the story.
Inside Southeastern Football with Coach Ron Roberts is supported by Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction, located in Southeastern's hometown of Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auto auction locally owned by John Poteet. For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Your eyesight is so important, and when it comes to your eye care, let the friendly staff at the Bond Roten Eye Clinic care for you. Doctors Hunter Bond and Chris Roten, along with their staff of trained doctors, are committed to providing every patient with quality care. The Bond Roten Eye Clinic has the latest medical technology and eye care to help you, the patient. With over 14 years of experience, the Bond Roten Eye Clinic has 3 locations to serve you, with offices in Denham Springs, Hammond, and Amite. So if it's a checkup, glasses, or LASIK surgery, you need to visit the Bond Roten Eye Clinic. For more information on the clinic, please visit bondroteneyeclinic.com. Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond, and also Shane's Rib Shack for being our host here this week on our program. I want to thank Shane's. When you're at Shane's, you got to get ribs. So they brought us out some delicious ribs. We're going to take a bite of those in just a moment. Well, Coach, short week this week. We play Nicholls State on the road Thursday night. It's a short drive for our fans. Battle for the River Bell. It is on television and 6 o'clock kickoff on WHNO TV, but it ought to be a great matchup and a chance to win a Southland Conference Championship for 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's a great matchup, great rivalry. Obviously, is being so close, playing for River Bell Trophy. It's going to be on TV, but we need our fans in those stands. It win the game, then obviously the commissioner conference will be there to present us with a conference trophy.
Got to go out there and take care of business. And also a little shake-up this week because you're on the road. Nicholls requested they want to wear white, so you're going to be wearing solid green on the road against Nicholls State.
Yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere.
So it ought to be fun. Make sure you come on out Thursday night. It's a short turnaround as the Lions will be in Thibodaux for a 6 o'clock kickoff against the Nicholls State Colonels, Battle of the River Bell. If you can't make the drive, it will be on television, 6 o'clock kickoff on WHNO. That's going to do it for us. For Coach Ron Roberts, I'm Alan Waddell. We will see you next week right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by Chick-fil-A of Hammond. Closed captioning for Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by North Oaks Health Systems for over 50 years. You are the reason we're here.